Chapter 2 Lowy Loving Guest. Back at the Green's family house, everyone except Alice sat together by the table, with Monica taking a sip of ice water. Bill still continued to giggle from the kiss he got from her, placing his hand on his cheek. Even with his clothes still covered in soot from the flames, he still kept looking at Monica, sipping her ice water ever since they sat down. "Bill," Nancy spoke. "Should you get some ice water too?" Bill didn't respond while Nancy felt more left out between the two. "Do you want me to get you some ice water too?" Bill giggled yet again, causing Cricket to moan in annoyance. "I'm sure he does, but he's too mushy in love." "Cricket," Nancy turned to him, "I can give Papa ice water." Tilly got off her seat, making her way to the kitchen while Alice came out with a tray of butter biscuits. "Butter biscuits are done," Alice spoke as she placed them next to Bill and Monica. She then sat next to Nancy, also feeling off from her son's mood. "They were meant just for my son." "I know, but he isn't having them for himself," Nancy responded. "Monica?" "Yes, dear," Monica turned to her. "So how long are you gonna..." She signed while finishing her sentence. "Stay here until you find another apartment in Big City." "And for that apartment burning down like the last," she spoke with sparkles in her eyes. "Probably more than 1 week." "Yeah, that won't happen," Alice retorted. "No!" Bill snapped out of his love daze as his family, including Monica, flinched. "Because she doesn't have anything she had in the apartment, including her money, so more than a week makes sense." "Sweet thinking, Bill." Monica lit her eyes on him. "Even fashion models don't get every luxury when they're famous." Tilly made her way back as she placed the ice water on the table, sitting next to Cricket again. "So even as a fashion model, you don't get paid enough?" Nancy wondered, "because tons of fashion models live in luxurious apartments." "Yeah, how come you lived in that apartment anyway?" Cricket added. "It was closer to where I work." "Does that answer your question?" Monica said. Nancy then lowered her head. "Fair point. It's gonna take more than a week by the looks of it," Cricket responded. Gloria came out of the basement as she hurried back to Monica. "Monica," she smiled as she stopped next to her with a painting in her arm. "So since you're gonna be here for a while, I've been thinking of you being my muse temporarily." This causes Gloria to close her eyes in embarrassment. "If you want, that is." "Sorry, young lady. I'm already being the noose with someone else in this house," Monica answered. "Seriously?" "I knew it," Alice commented. "You have all this spare time, and while this is still my mom's house, you're still under my roof and rules, so..." "My temporary rule for you is being a nice guest to my family, including Gloria," Bill said as Monica looked straight at Gloria. Gloria slightly grinned, witnessing the fashion model staring at her. Later. "Thanks," Gloria cheered. "Aren't you two gonna eat your butter biscuits or let them go stale?" Alice spoke. "And make us torture," Cricket added. Monica sniffed the biscuits, adoring the aroma. "Would you mind if we eat in Bill's room? One of Papa's rules is to eat at the kitchen table," Tilly said. "It is true. Plus, I don't want crumbs on my bed sheet." Bill cut himself off when Monica looked straight at his eyes. She placed her hand on his one cut finger hand, causing him to blush again. "Come on, Bill," Nancy spoke. "You don't have to say yes to her." "It's actually important," Monica turned to her. "I still need to know the rooms this place has. Anything wrong with that?" Nancy wished she was lying, but with her circumstances in the way, she got up from her seat. "No, not at all." "I'm gonna leave." As she left the room, Cricket and Tilly followed her. "Mom," Cricket spoke, "you said earlier you'll be staying until sunset," Tilly added. "I know, but I don't want to stay longer with Monica being here," Nancy said. "And Bill saved her life and I can't change anything about it. But you used to be with him. You did meet him at our age. But did you act like what Monica's acting? During," Cricket hesitated, "your teenage years?" Nancy closed her eyes while giving her kids her answer. "Yes, but I don't want to talk about it." She rushes to the front door. See ya, kids. "Mom!" Nancy heads out the door, closing it, leaving Cricket speechless. "I can't tell if she's upset about Papa being with someone else or that Monica's better than her," Tilly commented. "Well, I don't believe that," Cricket said. "I'm sure our mom has one thing better than what Monica," he lifted his fingers up and down, "has." Cricket and Tilly turned around, witnessing Bill and Monica heading inside Bill's bedroom with a tray of butter biscuits. As Bill closed his door, Cricket prepared to make his way, but Tilly pulled him by his arm. "I don't think she's a bad person, Cricket." "Tilly, there has to be something you don't like about her. I don't like her making Dad more mushy." Tilly remembered Monica's last name being mentioned in the public too well. She remembered that last name somewhere. Her last name, Sinclair, sounds similar. "Yeah, that's right, keep thinking. I still need time," Tilly retorted as she headed to her and Cricket's bedroom. As Gloria headed back to the basement, Alice walked past him. Cricket followed her to the living room. "Grandma, do you have something against Monica?" "Oh yes, Cricket," she responded as she and Cricket sat on the sofa. "She may be a victim of almost getting burnt to a crisp, but I just hope she doesn't get too cozy here. And don't even get me started on my son being, you know." "I actually don't want to know." "Don't act like you don't know. You have a girlfriend. It has nothing to do with mushy love. I'm not my father," Cricket screamed out loud. "Okay, not my fault I never saw you with your girlfriend a lot." Cricket signed, remembering who's coming over tomorrow. "At least Gabriella can relate to what I'm feeling right now. You're gonna try to keep her away from her? Big time." "Yeah, good luck with that." Back inside Bill's bedroom, Bill and Monica sat together as Monica took her first butter biscuit. She opened her mouth, placing the biscuit inside, closing her mouth as she tasted herself. "So, how is it?" Bill wondered. Monica moaned in delight, tasting the flavor of the biscuit. "Gorgeously delicious," she commented. "Your mother's a great baker. I wouldn't be able to make them without her recipe, but let's just say getting hurt is the only way to make her feel special." "Feel special, huh? What makes you feel special?" "My business, Green Family Farms." He then pointed to his window where his backyard was located. Monica walked up to the window while Bill followed her. "I've been running this business for a long time and we've been doing great. In case you're wondering, Nancy, who's my ex-wife, is also taking care of the business in the country." This caused Monica to turn around. "So you live out in the country?" "Used to. We went back again, but we decided to move back to big city." "You never let go of where you love, huh?" Monica smiled. "I've been a fashion model for 20 years. 20 years? Yes. I've enjoyed seeing models during my teenage years, and upon becoming an adult, I've become a sensation that people in big city love." Bill still witnessed Monica's arms still having visible burns, especially his hands from the heat he went through. "Honestly, we wouldn't continue our lives if the burns were more severe. Do you still think staying here was the best idea?" "Yes, why not?" She then placed her hand on his shoulder, causing him to blush. I may have been around flames, but I never touched them. You did. I've gone through them. Still counts as touching them, so in the meantime, would you want to hang out with me? Bill continued to sweat from the idea, but on the other hand, his business is always his first priority, but at the same time, he could disappoint or upset Monica after saving her life. Understand that I have work tomorrow, so tonight is the time. You could change your mind, but tonight is still perfect. You want to go out for dinner? Sure. Do you want to pick the place you want to go? I want you to pick the place, just to show me you have great taste. And besides, she walked past him, heading to the door until she turned back to Bill. We have more time to be prepared to look wonderful tonight. Monica then heads out the door, leaving Bill unnoticed, knowing he has more time until dinner arrives. Was the dress I wore when I was Cricket's chaperone. He looked through his closet while outside his room, Monica heads straight to the bathroom to clean herself up. After taking a shower, losing her towel to dry up her body and hair, she headed out the bathroom, but then witnessed Cricket standing in front of her. Hello, Monica. Cricket crossed his arms. Are you going somewhere with my father? Yeah, Monica moaned, and he's picking the place. It's romance, isn't it? Jeez, kid, learn to have people get their own space. You weren't the one who saved me, and I wouldn't go out with a kid who's 30 years longer than me. For your information, I don't love romance, especially my girlfriend. So you and your girlfriend are anti-lovers. Talk about being too young for love. She walked past Cricket, only for Cricket to block the basement door. Why were you in the basement of that apartment in the first place? I was posing in many fashion outfits, all the while keeping them out of the public eye. You should know my fans, including my male fans, would spoil my appearance and outfits in the public eye if they take pictures while sending them on the internet. Is fashion really that popular in big city? Yes. Can you please stop asking so many questions? Fine. Cricket took 3 steps to the left, getting out of Monica's way. I just don't trust you from the way you kissed my father. Monica moaned yet again as she turned to Cricket one more time. You think I'm untrustworthy because of love, don't you? Maybe if you understand what love does to you, you may relate to me when you get older. And if you can't relate to your own dad, maybe you don't respect what he feels. I do respect what he feels. Cricket stomped on the ground. Just not love. Then please stay out of it. Maybe someday I could buy you an expensive gift before I leave here, but from your attitude, don't push it. She opened the basement door, entering while closing right behind her to be Gloria's moose until dinner. I've got my best friend with me to do that if I wanted to. I don't need you to buy me anything, and you won't be my babysitter. Cricket made his way to his bedroom, walking past his father's bedroom while closing his door. Then Bill came out with a dress in his arms, heading straight to the bathroom to get ready for tonight. Make everything tonight flip-flapping perfect, Bill. I know the place Monica would love to eat.